Everyone, welcome back to 5 Day Crypto. My name is Chase. Today we're going to look at VeChain against the US dollar. We're going to look at the daily chart, the weekly chart, the Gaussian Channel. We're going to look at a couple tips and tricks, what to look for trends breaking to the upside, hopefully, right? So if you like the video today, give us a thumbs up. Follow us on Twitter, Telegram. We have a free one down below. It's free. We have almost 500 members now, so join that. It's absolutely free. We also have a paid one if you want to learn a little bit more, tips and tricks, how to navigate the market, ins and outs, sells, buys, all that good stuff. If things are looking too risky to enter, when you should enter, that's what that one's for. So follow us there. If you need some more help navigating the market, that's what it's for. VeChain, let's get right to it. The daily chart, what do we got? Well, going back to July, when we had our capitulation pretty much on all of crypto, the world was ending back then. If you were around from then, you probably were. It was not good, right? It was just negative everywhere. 5 cents for good old VeChain. And we had a hell of a nice recovery. Drawbacks along the way, sure. But basically, since July, which way is this going? Up, right? So, however, we have our downtrends too in the median of those. What goes up must come down eventually. But what you want to look for is higher lows, which we've gotten successfully. Many coins are looking very similar to VeChain. So it's not, exclusive to VeChain or anything, but this is what you want to look for, right? A downtrend. How do you know when you break it? You confirm it. You have with a one breakout candle and then a second one confirming breaks that trend, and you have officially reversed, which we did back in here in October. So that was basically October 1st. What's coming tomorrow? And looking very similar. So hopefully this we do get a repeat and a rhyme. History doesn't repeat, but it often does rhyme. And let's hope for a Siamese twin, identical twin rhyme of this move. That would be A-okay across pretty much anybody in crypto, except for the bears. They can get stuck in a trap. So what we're going to look for is a break of this, just like this last time. So if it comes today, tomorrow, great. Hopefully tomorrow, December 1st, we get a nice green candle. Again, break this trend line, but getting one close doesn't do it, right? We could still go down lower. Don't make a mistake about it. We want one closing above it and then another closing above it. 2 candles consecutively to continue this trend. And not only that, we want to hold this bottom trend line wherever it goes. You can extend it out, right? We can get rid of this one, but we want to confirm that, and we want to extend this out as much as we can. Remember, to draw a trend line is kind of subjective, but you want the most touch points, and you don't want your trend line going through a body of a candle. So if you don't know what that means, if you're newer, like that. See right back in here how it goes through the body of it. The wicks are okay, but you do not want it going through a body, and you want the most touch points. So yeah, you could even draw it down here, right? But you only got these 2 back here, and then this one, right? So that's only a wick to wick. That's less sturdy, okay? You want the most sturdiness, you get the most touch points. That just leads you to a more solid trend line. So now you know, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe, what we want to do is continue the upside, and not only that, but we have to also not only make higher lows, we need to make higher highs. See how we've done this? Let's remove that one. High here back in September 6th, and another high here on November 9th. So let's go ahead and make maybe January, first week of January, we do another higher high. That would be A-okay, right? I would keep kind of this pace of this slinky up the stairs. So January, first week of January up in here, maybe as long as we're above, 19 cents, then we're still good. Whenever we crest here, assuming that this does go, in fact, back up for most of December, which odds are increasing that is the case, in my opinion. So let's go look at another chart. How about the weekly chart? Some more information here. That was the daily that we looked at. When you need some more information, zoom out, go to a different scale. Weekly chart. Okay, now we have a different trend line going back to May, our May drop, right? There's a wick, another touch point, another touch point, another touch point. That's 4 touch points right there on a weekly scale. There's 5, there's 6, there's 7, almost 8 now. Okay, so what else can we extract from this? Well, this is a bigger trend line. So you definitely want to hold this level. Are we close to it now? Well, yeah, we've had some wicks down under it, but we haven't closed under it, which is the important part. Now, what do we see here that is a little more concerning? Well, the 21-week EMA. What did we do last week? We closed under it. However, VeChain might be non-caring and nonchalant about that. A lot of coins like to respect this a lot. VeChain is kind of kicking the 21-week in the face with some dirt and doesn't respect it at all. There's the Rodney Dangerfield going on, and we closed under it here. However, what do I say? You have to have 2 candles confirming, a bad move or a good move. And yeah, that was a bad one there, but we closed above it on a bigger scale right here. Now moving forward, we're closing under it again. So yes, this week becomes very important. If we zoom in here, we need to close this week just above 12 cents, 12.5 cents, whatever you want to call it. Close above the 21-week EMA, or more consolidation, more downward side. The odds just increase of that. You can get out of it. Nothing's for certain in crypto but uncertainty, but you have to play the odds, and you do that by, knowing what charts to read, how to read the charts, and just these same kind of trend lines, these weekly scales. 3 weeks down, break through at 1, 2, and then upside. So that's what we want to do. Again, even though we only have two weekly candles here, right? We're not done yet with this weekly candle. We still have 5.5 days. We want to close above that, and then more upside. The odds increase for upside. Okay, what else do we got? VeChain on the Stochastic RSI. Well, the good news is we're breaking to the upside, so we're gaining momentum. However, the not so good news is it's only on the daily chart, right? So go up to the bigger scale, and momentum is still sliding toward the downside. However, this could turn around at any given moment. We don't have to go down here, right? We don't have to go all the way down. Notice here, right? We want a turnaround back to the upside, and the bullish case for that is the daily is already moving this way, right? So we want to wait for the close today and see, hopefully this red line gets up in here and we get some more momentum pushing us up. Last but not least, the Gaussian Channel, the 5-day Gaussian Channel for VeChain. What do we got? Well, we're back in the channel. 1 candle, 2 candles closed. When you do that, you're more than likely going to at least come down towards this median line, which we've done already, right? We got within half a penny, less than that, on VeChain. So yeah, we're right there. VeChain likes to hold that median line, as you can see. You might say, well, that's only 2 data points. Well, zoom back. Look back here. VeChain likes that median line, and go back further. Well, this was the consolidation phase. This is where you accumulate. The accumulation phases of lifetimes happen when the coin's doing nothing. So if you find a project, now or in the future, and years from now, that has great fundamentals, looking stellar, and it's just kind of done nothing yet, right? It hasn't made the move. That's the coin. That's the time to get in, not after it's done, 20x or 50x or whatever it does. People often wonder what coins do when they're buying up in these areas, and they're like, well, it's done nothing for me. Well, you kind of bought at the wrong time, Rick. So you want to buy when no one else is really buying, or albeit the median of the 5-day Gaussian channel tends to work out pretty well for VeChain so far. 1, 2, 3 times. If you would have bought, that was the lowest it ever went again. So far, right? Working out well. Where are we now? We're right at the median of the Gaussian channel. Everything's looking like we could get a pump to the upside across Bitcoin, the total crypto market cap. Everything is looking like a not so distant future turnaround. And, in the next several days, several weeks, I would foresee a push to the upside across the majority of crypto. Hopefully VeChain is included to that. And once we do that, we'll probably have some minor resistance, as you see back in here, at the top of this Gaussian channel, right? These will act as support and resistance lines. So our target is to get out of 14.5 cents, close above that with our 2 candles, and then hopefully the Bitcoin, unfortunately, altcoins are kind of at the mercy of Bitcoin for now. Hopefully they'll decouple for a while, but whatever Bitcoin does, everything tends to follow that. So let's hope for a sustained, kind of mini rally out of Bitcoin, kind of level off. That's when alts will tend to start soaring again. So say if Bitcoin gets up to like 75, 80K, something like that, and then just kind of goes sideways, that's when alts, VeChain included, can do, these kind of moves. So that's what we'd be looking for. VeChain needs to get back up out of this Gaussian channel before it can get really moving again, and then continue making these higher highs. And it's already making these higher lows. So good news across all of that. Even though VeChain's kind of stuck a little bit, now you know why. Momentum is, down on the weekly. We're in the Gaussian channel, so it's got a lot of things kind of going against it, right? So it's kind of treading thick water, tar, if you will. We got to get out of that, and then we can get moving again. So that is VeChain. A lot of positives for VeChain going forward. I think it'll do quite well when the next alt season hits. I think that's probably going to be sometime in Q1 of 2022. We can move up between now and then, but I'm talking about these kind of moves for alts. Probably unlikely, in my opinion, to happen before the new year. I think we can, certainly make big moves. Maybe we can 2x or something like that across the majority of crypto, but I'm talking like the 2, 3, 4, 5x from these prices. These kind of moves, 40% weekly candles, which we'd all love to have. Those are probably coming in Q1, in my opinion, or later. So let's watch for that for VeChain. Crypto Fear and Greed Index, we're at 40, so we're coming up a little bit, but what I want to see is us to take out this 47. We have to reverse trend, just like we talked about in that video. We have to make a higher high, and in order to reverse a trend, you have to reverse the trend, right? And all how you do that is make a higher high, right? So, and we're trying to make higher lows, right? Which we're doing. We have to take 47 out. So we want to wake up tomorrow or tonight when the daily closes. This will update. I would love us to be at 48 or higher. That'd be great. Great sign. Quote of the day by Teddy Roosevelt. Car of the day, the Mercedes, aka Brabus, 850. Why is it called Brabus? Well, there's a tuning company that takes your Mercedes. You pay them about 40, 50K. They redo all your seats if you want, and then, give you a little tunesy and take your, 400 or 500 horsepower CLS 63 up to 850 horsepower. That's what the 850 is. So these come factory with around 500 horsepower, 550 maybe. The CLS 63. I love this car back in the day. It was about 10 years old or so. But yeah, they tune it up real nice. These are twin turbo Mercedes. You can make these fast for a family sedan. It's one of the top 10, I would bet, in the planet Earth for a 4-door. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, that's the back. Let me see the front. There's the front. If you like it, they switch out the badges to make it Brabus. This is actually Brabus's company car, so don't put too much into that. You can leave Mercedes. You can do whatever you want, but I mean, they change everything. Look at even like the small details. Unless you've seen one of these in factory condition, you don't appreciate all they do. They do a lot of stuff, as they should for 50K, right? You got to send them your car for weeks or months at a time, and then give them a nice little check on top of your $80,000, $100,000 purchase of the car, and then they send you back fire rocket. So that is the Mercedes CLS 63, aka Brabus 850. And that's it. That's all we got. Join our Telegram. It's free. If you join the paid Telegram, you get more stuff, even more stuff. If I'm not making videos there, I'll try to do a couple things for the free group. But people that really want to learn feel like it's worth the $35 a month, and a lot of people are happy in there. And maybe we're gonna start some music playing in there. It's weird. All right, I'll see you in there. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to help you anyway. Any way I can. I'll see you on the rise up.